Hey, what's up everybody? The Crapgamer here, the most compelling game-related YouTuber, and you damn well know it, also the king of all gamer-related media, and you knew that as well, back with another video. And it looks like I was a little bit wrong, or maybe not wrong, but according to Eurogamer, who did their own kind of vetting of this rumor, it looks like the PlayStation 4.5 is real, and it's actually going, they actually do call it the PS4K, but not for the reasons you'd think. And so even though I was a little bit wrong about some of the stuff, it looks like I was probably right all along about the main aspects of these rumors and things like this. It's going to be able to do 4K streaming media, you know, Netflix, all that kind of stuff, which I think is important because a lot of the people that do own 4K media or 4K TVs obviously want to have something that can stream and things like that. So it would make sense that you know, Microsoft and Sony get on board with that. Whereas the gaming aspects would still be vastly expensive to do games in 4K, and you'd have too big of a target to hit. Like, how would you have a game that was possibly, even on PS4, they've not, their resolution's not guaranteed 1080p on everything, so you'd have resolution from anywhere between 900p and, you know, 4K. It just wouldn't make sense. It'd be very costly and things like that. So and to be honest with you, where it comes to the PS4, they're doing most things. I think like 98% of the games are already 1080p. You know, things are performing quite well on there. Even with VR, I don't think, you know, they're going to be able to do anything that's more powerful mid-gen that's going to help that, because they're marketing this thing all along as saying, hey, we've got, you know, 37 million PS4s that are already virtual reality ready. You know what I mean? I think that basically what you're just going to get, and it's not going to be called the PS4.5 or PS4K or anything like that, it's just going to be the PS4 Slim. People are used to that. They like, you know, it's like a familiar friend. You know, here's the PS4 Slim. They did a PS3 Slim. They did a PS2 Slim, a PS1 Slim. There's just going to be called the Slim. And with each Slim, you got different things that actually were a little bit upgraded. Like, same thing with the Xbox. Remember the Xbox 360? And the original 360 didn't even have an HDMI port. Then they put one of those on there. And then when the actual Slim came out, they had wireless, you know, Wi-Fi, and they actually was the best Wi-Fi you could get. So you get little upgrades like that, you know, throughout the generation, and that's most likely what this is going to be. Microsoft and Sony are going to offer out slim versions with upgrades, but if you're holding out hope for like some huge power thing or whatever, I highly doubt it. You might get a little bit better, you know, processors or something that are better at handling certain things or whatever, but I do not see them actually doing any kind of thing where they're like, okay, here's 4K gaming or anything like that, or here's this add-on. You know, this generation is this generation. I know that things are a little bit different when compared to previous generations, but I just don't think that, you know, having new iterations 2.5, 3 years in is going to be something for the masses. I don't think that it's something that Sony would try right now, or Microsoft. I think that we have what we have, you know, and I think that they're going to come out with consoles that are slim but just as powerful as they are now, maybe with slight tweaks and things like that, so that they can handle things a little bit better. But at the end of the day, you're going to have everything on par with what we had at launch, because they couldn't, you know, just rightly say, hey, slap in the face to everybody that bought one previously. I don't know. I just think that it's interesting, you know, buying one of these Slims for, you know, this 4K streaming absolutely does me no good. I don't have a 4K TV. Probably won't get one for a couple years, but I think that it's interesting nonetheless, that this is basically now all but confirmed, but it's probably not what, you know, some of you people wanted, or maybe it's exactly what you wanted. Maybe you're like me and just think, well, what the hell's the point? You know what I mean? You're just guaranteeing everything 1080p, maybe, you know, a couple extra frames per second. I don't know that people are going to run out and spend, you know, $400 or $500 for that, when you basically get that almost with what we have now. Maybe a few less P's or a few less frames per second, but I think for the most part people are happy. The only ones that actually complain are the people on like the internet and things like that, or, you know, people that just think that these consoles are more like PCs, or, you know, that's what always confused me. Like, PCs are the ones that owners and gamers are the ones that really care about that kind of stuff, you know. And then it seems to me like console owners on both sides are a little bit kind of fucked up in the head because now they want more like that control over their hardware. Well, there's always been control over hardware if you're a PC, not so much with consoles. So it's always an interesting kind of thing, and I'll be definitely paying attention with this and keeping an eye on what's going on. E3 should be interesting. I think we're going to get a couple of Slims, one from Microsoft, one from Sony, and of course we're going to have the NX, which who knows what the hell that could be. That thing could be a fucking Frankenstein for all we know, man. Hopefully they do something with that controller that's not what I see in those leaks. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Check out the links in the description. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.